Hello and welcome back to Raw Slow Gaming and our Let's Play series here in Football Manager 2019 with Bath City Football Club, where we're trying to take them to the top of the Premier League. So far we are 4 seasons in, and this is our second season in Veteran National League. And we are 14 games in here, as you see, and we are currently 9th in the table, which is pretty good considering we are trying to just get out of the relegation, or stay clear of, or actually even just battle for avoiding relegation is our objective for the team and for the board. So we're definitely doing a lot better than that, but we have made quite a lot of signings here between the seasons, so it's really not that big of a surprise. And next game coming up here is the last qualification round for the FA Cup, and we are meeting Dartford at home, which should be a pretty easy game, but you never really know. And we'll just move towards that match and the team selection for that match. And while we do so, remember to smash that like button if you enjoy the content here, and we'll get through this player development advice we get from John Parkin, our assistant manager. So let's see here. And potential on a few players here is getting quite a lot worse, and the only thing really to do here is to criticize all the merch who haven't been good, and should be everything needed. And when you're at it, if you have any questions or any thoughts or anything like that, do leave a comment. I read and reply to everything, and the most informative and positive comment on each episode will get pinned, just and if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button as well, so you're sure not to miss out on any of the new content that we bring to you daily here at Raw Gaming. And of course, only do that if you do enjoy the content, otherwise you just forget what I just said. So here we have then Corey Jordan, a central defender who's currently operating on good veteran national level, who would be a good signing. So let's try to sign him then, I guess. And he will have an estimated wage request of between 2.5 to 3.4k, and that is all right for me. And we'll finance the promise here that are suggested to make the playoff or the top half of the table in 2 seasons from now, I believe. And here we have a scouting meeting to go through as well. So 31-year-old is too old for us, really, unfortunately. And here we have a forward, though. A forward is definitely something that we could be interested in. We'll scout the FA Cup on not interesting player there. And Gilmore here. Yeah, we still would like to sign you. So we'll add you back on the shortlist here. And to shortlist 3 months. And we'll continue here. So between 2.5 and 3.4, yeah. So this is really 2.5 years, so not that long. Should be alright. And the wage here will go even lower than 2.5 to start. We'll actually go towards 2. So let's do 2.3. Let's do 2.5. Yeah, and he agreed on 2.5, and that is totally alright for me. Let's see here. So we'll get some pre-match tactical advice here from our assistant manager, and we'll follow the focus play down the right. I don't really like to get stuck in option. We'll actually go to attacking mentality as well. And according to the bookmakers, we are clear favorites for the upcoming game here. And last week was a very good training week once again, with an average of 7.57. So let's check that out, and we'll actually do a little bit of praising here. Definitely have been a while since we done that. So definitely praise all players here doing above 8 in training, definitely. Since that is very good, at least in my book. So last one to praise is Walker here. I will praise him even though he's a lone player. We do want them to have good morale as well when and if we play them actually, so that's why we do that. There weren't no player really to criticize that were too bad. And as usual, all senior players will be allowed to play 60 minutes per match in the under 23s if they are in need of match sharpness until they are just that match sharp or sharp. You have a good match sharpness really, so are well used to playing competitive matches, I guess is what you could call it or say. And yeah, we have our best lineup in on the team, or in the team at the moment. And as you see here, Gray definitely being a weak point, and also our attackers here actually being a little bit of a weak point. And we also get another substitute here, so let's add that in. We'll actually add in Rig here on the 5th position, since he can play as a winger as well, and that is quite good. And we'll pick Lundström in as the 7th substitution here. We could of course do one more defender, but I don't really want to do that. We definitely have a little bit too many defenders, especially if we sign one more, but it's all in the build-up of the team, so to say. That's more important. Well, we are always changing players to do better, and at this level you really need to sign new players all the time. So that is what we will try to do. The first highlight of the match is here in the 9th minute, and it's a goal for Dartford here. Unfortunately very early here in the 9th minute, as I said, but hopefully we can recover from that quite quickly then, since it is the 9th minute, but we'll see. So here in the 11th minute, a corner from Stewart, I guess, and it's a goal here for Bassett. No corner were from Schultz, but nonetheless a goal for Bassett, and equalization here very early on, so that's good. And then we don't really need to change our mentality or anything other than that, just hope that the team continues at that path. So here is the next highlight here in the 17th minute. O'Connor just reaching that ball before the sideline, and it's the cross in is headed out, but a second chance, and Gray heads straight into the post, super hard there, and yeah, a little bit unlucky, but a good chance. And Brunt with the free kick here, not that usual that he gets to shoot, but all right. And Brunt again here with the free kick, and it's a goal for Bassett. Adelaide there with the header, and we take the lead here for the first time in the match, and hopefully the last time in the match in the 21st minute. So good free kick there, and good header by Adelaide, so good performance all around. And the highlight keeps coming here in this match straight after that goal here. So 22nd minute, and Dartford with the ball here, but they get dispossessed by our players. Gray through ball to Adloy. Adloy versus keeper, and he shoots well wide of the goal there, which is a little bit unlucky, I guess what you could say. And the next highlight here in the 26th minute, Dartford with the goal kick, and we head it only to the Dartford players, and they are bringing it up here on the right hand side, and it's a cross, and I don't know what our defenders did there, but they get a free chance basically, but they hit the post instead of the goal there, luckily for us. So very unsharp finish there by the player in Dartford that had that chance. So a little bit of a little slower period here. We are now in the 43rd minute and a highlight, and we get dispossessed here very high up in the field, and looked like to be a counter-attack, but luckily enough it weren't really the case. And the ball going back and forth here at the moment quite a lot, but Adloy picking the ball up here, and he hits the top bar here. Actually, no. Yeah, top bar and out, I guess. And the last highlight here in the 46 minutes in extra time in the first half, and Burton smacks a power shot straight into the post, but we didn't quite manage to get our hands on the second ball there and get it into goal. But that's the end of the first half, and what a first half it has been. 2-1 for Bassett versus Dartford after one half, and 11-5 in shots. Shots on target is 5-2, possession is 56-44%, and overall our team analysis is quite good here, and I think the players have been doing quite alright as well. Yeah, definitely so. Our defenders not doing the greatest though, but very good overall in the team, so definitely don't feel like I need to say anything special or do anything special here with the team at the moment. Should be a pretty good to just continue the way they are doing, and we should be pretty comfortable here, I hope. Shows with another corner in 47 minutes here, and we get so many chances there to get it into the netting, but didn't quite manage to do that. And the highlight is still not over, but we'll see here if it's actually something or it will just go away or fade away the ball actually. And that's what happens when there is no highlight, but O'Connor bringing the ball up here on the right hand side, and it's only cleared, and to Burton here and to Gray, and Gray with a pretty fair chance, and he hits the post and Brunt almost to the second ball there once again. So yeah, should definitely been a goal and there around, but a highlight keeps coming so straight off from that throw-in. We get a highlight, but it's only cleared unfortunately to Dartford, and here is the counter-attack for Dartford, I feel, but no, it's a counter-attack for Bassett. Eloy with the ball here on the right hand side, passes to Brunt, and it's a goal for Bassett here finally after I don't know how many chances here actually in the first 3 minutes, 10 chances maybe, but finally the goal here to make the lead 3-1 for Bassett versus Dartford here in the FA Cup 4th qualification round. So a good finish there from Brunt, but not really very much in the middle of the goal, but no matter, it did get past the keeper, so that's alright, and what really matters, so to say here. And another highlight here then in the 57th minute, 57-58, it's Dartford with the ball, and they are through versus our keeper, and it's a goal here for Dartford, making a reduction. The scoreline now 3-2 for Bath City versus Dartford, and yeah, this is not at all what we wanted to see here. I gotta say though that very good finish there by Babu, one touch finish, and very well struck and placed there in the goal as well. So yeah, not really what we wanted to see there, as said, so we'll do some substitutions here, and I think we'll take off Boyomu here, who's doing a little bit bad, and also let's see here, I think we'll put in Lundstrom here, and we'll take him in instead of Charles, who's still not really 100% in match sharpness, and he's a little bit of a defensive role. Yeah, defend he's even better, so we'll play him as a defend central midfielder, and we'll just continue like that, so we have a substitution to do if we get any injury or anything like that. And we'll move down to defensive here in the 88th minute. Shouldn't be any worry or anything, but yeah, we'll just back down our mentality here a little bit, play a little bit safer, and we have 40 seconds to go now until the final whistle, so it should be alright. And we have a free kick here, so it should be the last thing that happens. So Adlo with the ball here. Can he make something out of it? No, not really the case, so it should be the final Wilson, and that's it. So the final scoreline then for Bath City versus Startford is 3-2. And shots are 19-8, shots on target 74, and possession 57 to 43%. So overall, a decent game here. Definitely should maybe have hit the goal a little bit more, and maybe made, well, not really made more goals, but definitely not let in 2 goals. That is at least one too many. So our defense and goalkeeper could have done better, I feel. But other than that, very good, and a win is a win, and really that what matters. And we'll see here who will meet in the FA Cup first round. Here on Monday we'll see who will be meeting. We are receiving 14.5k for that win, which is good as well. Every little bit of cash really helps us at this stage. So next game coming up here is against Brackley Town at home, and they are 24th in the league. So we have had quite many matches here against very low placed teams in the league, and unfortunately we haven't done that good like we should. We have drawn all those games, I believe. So definitely need to produce a win here for that match against Brackley. And here first we'll see what happens in the FA Cup. So we are meeting Barnsley as an away team, which is not really good at all. We would like to have a better chance to come further in the competition, of course, but in the FA Cup you split the keepings from the attendance. So at least that's pretty good. Barnsley is a pretty big team and are playing in Skybet League 1, and hopefully it could bring a decent attendance for us to get half of the income of at least. So that's good, even though if we lose the match. We haven't really been lucky to get through to any sort of matches like that where we are gaining a lot of cash as an away team in the FA Cup. So that's really a super extra boost if you get a good attendance, even though if you lose or not, it really doesn't matter. Yeah, so we'll see. Hopefully it's a good attendance. That's really what I'm saying, and is most important for us there in that match in the FA Cup. But we will see. So our scouting meeting here. Nothing special there at all, and our scout on the striker there that we started to scout aren't finished apparently yet, but hopefully we'll get in that report here very shortly. Actually we got that scouting reporter meeting a little bit early. I don't know quite why, that doesn't matter, but we do get the scouting report here then from for Ponticelli, and for some reason the estimated wage requirement here is red. It's requiring 1.2 to 1.8k, and it's a decent national level. And yeah, we don't really have, according to this, is at least half a star better than Brandt. So, and at that cost, really we just need to sign him. That's no question about that. And as usual, we remove the promotion wage rise and as well as the yearly wage rise. So we'll start at 1.4, we'll do 1.5, 1.6, 1.6 is alright, so that is definitely good. If he's living up to the scouted level here, we only know 20%, so it's a bit of a gamble, definitely, but we'll see here. And some pre-match tactical advice, and really nothing to change here. don't like to get stuck in option as well. And again, we are quite clear favorites here for the match against Brackley, so definitely need a win here once again. I will not comment here about anything here about the surface on the match or anything like that. And we managed to snatch up a Jordan here. So we'll ask Brunt to welcome Jordan. We'll check out his report. Yeah, so he's almost as good as Akinola, but only a decent player for most national sides, but still a lot better than our current players is really, so that's good. And yet again a very good training week with an average of 7.81 here, which is very nice. We did praise last week around, so we'll only really criticize, and usually the improvement doesn't really come that much this late in the month, so if there were any player that really were improving, I'd see that before. So we'll let our new signings to play for the under 23s until this match fit or have or not match fit, match sharpness. We'll check that out, and actually we'll take a little bit of a look on our finances here. The projection, yeah, we are projected to make a super huge loss here. Hopefully that's not really the case here. We'll take a look here on the wages, so we're starting to climb up here definitely. Now we're at 55k almost. And yeah, we are allowed 62k, so definitely starting to get quite high in the wage. And let's see here, Jordan is the player that we want here instead of Boyomo. Jordan, what do you want to play? A central defender stopper, alright. And how are you as a stopper? Not really that great. Hey Jordan, let's play you as a stopper then. What happens in the lineup? You're a little bit higher up. Yeah, alright. We can try that. If that will work out for us or not. So there's Charles and Burton in the midfield and O'Connor and everything. No one is really tired, so that's alright. And we have Walker, Stewart, Torres and Rick on the bench, which sounds alright to me as well, but maybe we should have Lundström instead of Stewart on the bench, but for now we'll have it like this. And yeah, we'll just go to the match here and hope we get a good result here in this match as well. And when we go to the match here, I would like to do a fast shout out to lollujo and his Let's Play It Holman series, which is yeah, a very good inspiration and something that I certainly have used a little bit here of in this series, and hopefully something that we'll maybe can do in the future, something very similar. If we get a little bit of more following here. It's a little bit tough doing this part-time and getting that deep into things that he are actually, but we are also doing things a little bit different here, showing you everything between the matches and so on, but I do thoroughly enjoy him and do recommend watching his content, so links are in the description if you want to check him out. And if you for some reason are coming from his series or his channel and watching this, I hope you do enjoy the content that we have here. And yeah, hopefully you do. And we got a goal here in the 8th minute for Bath City by Burton after good few plays here. A little bit back and forth the play were going, but a good finish here after cross from Gray and a good finish from Burton there. So 1-0 for Bassett versus Brackley here in the 8th minute. And next highlight here in the 11th minute at the moment, we have the ball very deep in our half, and Gray bending the ball up here all the way, and Adelaide get a chance, and it's another goal for Bath City here. Adelaide snapping up the loose ball, and the score now 2-0 for Bath City versus Brackley in the 11th minute. So not the greatest cross at all, but definitely not the best reception there by Dean and their centre back, who just basically picked the ball loose there for us to just pick up, or for Adelaide to just pick up, and he did manage to do the most of that chance. And here's the next highlight in the 22nd minute, the ball with Brackley here, unfortunately, but we managed to break that ball, and Brunt here with a run, but only a bad pass up towards Adelaide, and the ball going all the way back to our defenders and to our midfielders, to Burton, and he shoots a pass up towards Adelaide, and we get a penalty here in the 23rd minute. So Brunt versus the keeper of Brackley here. And it's a goal for Bath City here, making the scoreline 3-0. And the keeper there not standing still, and Brunt shooting straight in the middle of the goal there. And actually it looks a little bit funnier in the animations as usual here in Football Manager 2019. And I don't know if we have started yet, but I do plan to play something very similar to this, which is something I've grown up with and actually preferred over this series, to say. That's the FIFA Manager series, and we are going to try to play that with a database that is updated and everything to 2019. We'll just try to set everything up. That's actually something I'm trying to do here in between episodes, and hopefully you will enjoy that, and hopefully I get that set up correctly. I think it will be a very interesting comparison to how Football Manager 2019 plays, and I think we'll do actually exactly the same run that we're doing here, but that will just take a lot less episodes and move forward a lot more than we're doing here per episode, I believe, but we'll see. So anyway, the first half is over here, and the score is 3-0 for Bath City versus Brackley, and the shots are 11-5, shots on target 72, possession 56-44%, and team analysis is good, and a very good first half here, and yeah, we'll only continue that this way, everything will be great, and yeah, all players looking very good here in the ratings and everything like that. So I said, well, if you just continue this way, all the things will be very good, and our morale and everything will be good here for the upcoming matches, and hopefully we can get a little bit of a run going here. We have been pretty weak here the last couple of games, and as you see we have many draws here, 6 wins, 6 draws and 3 losses so far in the league, if we manage to win this game, but yeah, I guess we certainly will be doing that, I hope at least. So we'll take Jordan off here, as he's not really 100% match sharpness, and also a yellow card. And we'll take Connor off as well, who's not performing on the same level as the rest, and also is a little bit tired. So only 10 minutes to go now of this final half, and we do get the highlight here in the 85th minute. It's a goal kick from Brackley, but our defenders head it off, but only to Brackley unfortunately, and we made another clear in there, but yet again to Brackley, and Gray here with a long ball up after that towards Brunt, but only managed to get to the hands of Brackley, and all the way back down to Brackley's keeper. And let's see here what happens, and they manage to get through, and they get through here versus our keeper, but it's over the bar there, so no goal. And the 89th minute here, shots with the corner, and only cleared by Brackley, but Brown gets his hands on the ball, and Adloy with a shot, and it's another goal here for Bath City versus Brackley, and making the scoreline 4-0 for Bath versus Brackley then. And yeah, if anything were unclear before that goal, things are definitely clear now that it will be a win for us. So very good and nice to see that goal coming in there. But we do have a chance here for Brackley. Will they do a reduction? Yes, they do. It's now 4-1 for Bath City versus Brackley here, and they do manage to get one reduction in. But yeah, that's alright. It doesn't really matter, but sure would have been nice for all of our players to manage to hold it to 0 there. So should be highlight for the final whistle only. 5 seconds to go here. So let's see here. Final whistle now in a second. Come on, give us the final whistle. Alright, it's out to a goal kick, but the final whistle must go now before that goal kick. Yes, so the final whistle and the final scoreline 4-1 for Bath City versus Brackley. Shots 15-13, shots on target 9-6, and possession 57-43%. So very happy with that performance. Finally a really good game here, and all our players doing really well as well, which is very good, and hopefully that will improve the morale of all the players as well as the dressing room atmosphere. So let's take a look at the league table, and then we'll actually take a look at our shortlist of players as well and see if we can manage to snatch one of them up. So after that match we are now 8th in the league, 2 points off from the playoff zone and 12 points clear of the relegation zone. So stable in the middle we are still after that match. So let's see here. Gilmore and Wolfendien, come on. No, not Gilmore and not Wolfendien either. So I'm a little bit sad about that, but it's alright, and we finally got a decent attendance here as well, with 1260 attending that game, which is good, and we'll praise Adloyd here for his performance. And that will be the last thing we'll do in this episode here, so remember to smash that like button if you have enjoyed the content, and also if you haven't done so already, remember to hit that subscribe button so you're not missing out on any of the new content that we bring to you daily here at Roscoe Gaming. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!